Hello, hello, hello. I'm not convinced anyone is going to be around this time of day on a Sunday. It'll be Sunday. We're Monday. My God, my days are flying. Good morning. How are you, Patty? I was just saying, I'm not convinced anyone is going to be around today, but you is. Yay. How are you feeling? What kind of bark was that? We'll see. You're such a blonde girl. My days, I'm telling you, I don't know whether it's like just being locked down for so long or what, but my days are just gone to pot. I went the other week, I went all week thinking that I was like 3 days ahead of myself. Like a whole week, I was convinced that it was like 3 days ahead. And I was saying, like, are we going to go shopping tomorrow? And Carl was like, babe, it's like Wednesday. I was like, no, it's Saturday tomorrow. He's like, no, it's not. I was like, oh, dang. As I was literally convinced that I was just, I don't know, I was ahead of myself the whole frigging week. But hey ho, that's me all over. Yeah. How sad is it that YouTuber has went missing and apparently been found? Well, apparently I just looking there and it was, but I suppose it won't be like confirmed. But that's just so sad. I'm a mess. My dog had a bad night, so I was up and down all night with him. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the matter with him? That's the thing when dogs get sick. It's like you want them to like last forever and they just can't. It just sucks. Then when they start getting poorly and stuff, it's just like, oh, that's what we're doing with him is just sort of leaving him now to just like to his own devices kind of thing, just because we don't want to mess with him too badly. It's just too much. So I was just like, yeah, just leave him now. He doesn't like the vets either, which just irritates him and stresses him out. So unless it got to a part that like I genuinely um could the police just declared the home is a crime scene and escorted the parents out. Oh my goodness. She's so young, like Jesus Christ. She's like 21, 22, something like that. That's just so sad, like genuinely sad. I don't know much about her as in like a YouTuber, to be fair. I don't really watch bloggers or vloggers, whatever they're called. But my life, that's just so scary. And not just insane. Like, geez, it's insane, man. Hey, Brooke, how are you, honey? So does it look like the boyfriend or the parents did something? Because the boyfriend seemed really dodgy, but that's just the dog may have broken his leg. We are waiting for the results from the radiologist. Oh no. Oh, poor puppy. Poor doggy. That's not good. Poor thing. How are you, Brooke? What you been up to, me girl? I'm not expecting many people around today. I'm guessing that the lot is going to be working. Although I literally thought it was Sunday, but that's just me. I'm sad I had to put my petite to sleep. My petite to sleep last week. Oh, Brooke. Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, Brooke, that breaks my heart for you. I'm sorry. And it's okay to be sad. Like, allow yourself to be sad. You know, it's not a bad thing to be sad. Allow yourself to have that grieving process. That's heartbreaking. I hate things like that. It sucks. I'm really sorry. Yeah, that's really, really bad. It just breaks my heart. I know when Beastie goes, it's gonna kill me. I know it is. Like he's been my little like right hand man for forever. Yeah, that's so sad. But just allow yourself to feel that, Brooke. It's okay. Like it's okay to feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. That legit breaks my heart for you. I've lost other dogs, but this was been the hardest. Maybe just because you were closer to this one or you felt more of a connection, you know? Pets become children. They really do. He's been through what IVF with us through all of my surgeries. He's been through a lot with us. And he is he's got more toys than a freaking toddler. And I think it is, and like they become part of the family. Like I know there are people that have dogs that are just like outside dogs or they're security dogs, but a huge percentage, they ain't that. They are just part of the family. It's just sad that they don't last as long as the family, which is just sucks. Yeah, it just sucks. I can remember like little bits of my dog when I growing up. Like I remember, but my parents like told us that he went to live with someone, so they kind of lied to us. But I kind of remember and don't remember. So Jack's gonna be like quite a difficult one for us. Hey Jabba, how is yours? It is just sad. I think part of it is he was there when I became really disabled, so I leaned on him a lot. Yeah. I'll put a picture up after this, Brooke, and show you. Like you viewed me speak about like how like Jackal is. He's very temperamental. You can't smooth him unless he wants to be smoothed. You can't touch him unless he wants to be touched. He's very, very temperamental. I look like crap on this picture, by the way, but I'll put it up to show you. I think I wasn't long out of surgery, and I was hurting quite a lot, and I was laying on the bed, and he had just come up and like legitimately clutched into me, and was all cutchy, and you took a picture. And I found it came up the other day, and I showed the girls, and I was like, I look like absolute trash on there. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll put it up on there for to show you, like, and it just shows you that dogs know, don't they? Even though he's not a cutchy dog, he's not a lovey dog. That's not who he is. But when I'm sick, he becomes like, if I'm poorly, he's like right up my butt. He just doesn't go anywhere. Like yesterday, he was literally came to the bathroom with me and laid on the floor while I was having a wee. I was like, oh my God, like I can't. She says you smell, Patty. That's what she told me. She said, Patty smells. That I'm just repeating, like, that's just what she said. That was what she said. Like, not that I'm like shit stirring or anything like that, but that's what Chopper said. Chopper said, damn, that Patty smells. I thought it was a bit rude. I told her it was a bit rude, but sometimes Chopper just don't listen. I got a shower yesterday. Oh, she might talk to you now then, because like because that's what she said. I told her, Patty, it was rude and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? See, even Brooke knows that you smell. Mm. I know. I'm such a sap. I need to jump in the shower. I haven't even had a shower today, so I smell. I need to jump in the shower at some point. You know you're old, right? This is a sure sign that you know you're old when you like have a shower at night and you get into fresh bedding and like it feels the best. Like you know you're old when you like that feeling. You know that you're getting on in age. Just saying. That's my favorite. Fresh bedding, just out of the shower, shave your legs, and it's just all nice and lush. It's just a lush feeling. That's a very Welshy thing, isn't it? Well, isn't good thing that you're a whole continent away, right? I haven't done anything today. That's not true. I've done the kitchen. I tidied the living room up and put the throws back over and stuff like that. But in reality, I really haven't done anything. Right? The best fresh shaved legs and fresh sheets. Or when you have a shower days. Yeah. Like when it's icky, basically you stay home all day and see. We call them PJ days. Yeah, they're the best. Yeah, they're the best. But I agree. Like best is like clean bedding, nice fresh, smells yummy, and it's just like yes, that's the way forward. I do like getting out of the shower, clean. I'm wearing nighties at the moment, like then what are they called? What like long t-shirts, I suppose you'd call them, night gowns or whatever they're called over there. Than pajamas at the moment. I was a pajama person up until about a year ago, and now I'm just wearing like short nighties, just because they're like t-shirts but a bit longer nightwear, and they're just so much more comfortable, especially on my tummy when my tummy gets a bit iffy. So yeah, I do like that a lot. I wonder where Lindsay is. Lindsay hasn't come in yet. Lindsay's normally here by now. I sleep in old sweats. I used to sleep in like that kind of thing, like old sweats and a t-shirt or beach PJs or something like that. But now I've just started literally sleeping in just like night shirts, just like a t-shirt type thing, and it's so much more comfortable on my belly. I'm so glad that you all came in the other day when I did that live on Friday. I really appreciate you all coming in. Why was she sad? What happened? Well, I'll message her. I was in a live, I don't remember whose live it was, and somebody said something about Jamie, and I was like, that better be our Jamie. Even though we don't agree on everything, I'd be really upset, but it wasn't. So it was like, okay, best not be about Jamie. I can never say her last name properly, so I'm not even going to try. Because I'd be like, nope, I'm going to be really upset if it's about her. She's really nice, even though we disagree on most things. But I like the fact that she comes in and she's so sweet and she's so like she doesn't come sideways, even though she disagrees with me on some things, and she'll say like, oh yeah, I don't agree with that, or I agree but I think this, or but she's always so like nice with it. Was Friday when you told your story? I missed it. Yes, babe, Friday was that. I missed loads out of it. I realized when I come off it that I miss quite big like bits of it, but it doesn't matter. The main things was there, which is the main thing. Like, do you know what I mean? I know like a lot of people don't get to see it when I'm live because I'm on obviously such a different time zone to what 90% of you. I know a lot don't get to see me live anymore because I don't stay up late like I used to and do late lives like I used to. I just find I can't do it anymore. Like, there were two Jamies, maybe more. Yeah, it wasn't that Jamie, thank God. 'Cause I was like, wait, what? What are they saying? Because like she always comes in so freaking so nice. I'll watch the replay. Is if you're feeling a bit like down, Brooke, don't watch it, babe. Like maybe wait another couple of weeks until you feel a bit more like yourself to watch it. Just because it's got a bit of a huge trigger warning, and I don't want you getting upset. And like I understand, like you don't have to feel like you need obligated to watch. I'm not like that. I don't. Nuh-uh. Like if you want to wait a little while until you feel more yourself and you're not so like in your emotions about the dog. Do you know what I mean? I got to run, guys. I wanted to check in and have a good day, everyone. Bye, Chopper. I'll speak to you in a little bit. Yeah, Brooke, just don't feel like you're obligated to watch it, babe, because it's a bit emotional. It was a bit heartstrings, and so I just if you're not feeling up to it, don't watch it. Just I'm not going to take it down or anything. So even if you want to watch it in a month or something or 2 months, it'll still be there. I'm not going to take it down. So I hardly ever take down my lives, or very freaking rarely I take down my lives unless I've done something or been like extra nasty to someone, like well, not just unnecessarily, unjustified. Yeah. Yeah. If I've been like nasty, unjustified, and just being a bitch, then I'll take it down. But other than that, I generally don't take my lives or my streams down unless I am really nasty to someone and just unjustly. Like, do you know what I mean, if I'm just being like an utter bitch, we all have those days. Do you know what I mean? Where we're just like not feeling it and we're just bitchy for no reason. I'll take them down sometimes just because Well, there was just no need of it. And there was just no need of it. There's just no need for me to be a bitch. Yeah. I'm trying, and I don't want that kind of crap on my channel. You know, I've been there, done that, and I'm trying super hard to move away from the drama, not move towards the drama. I just don't care what people got to say about me anymore. I think that's like something that it took a lot to get to learn to that, but it took a long way to get to that. I like hearing people's stories. I knew the subject of yours. Okay, good. I just didn't want you feeling like obligated. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I'm not like that. I never want anybody to feel obligated to watch any of my shit. But it was a good live, and thankfully we didn't have any trolls come in and be nasty or say anything nasty, or, you know, I literally just, although I did miss huge bits out of it, I'm not gonna lie, but I think trying to put it all into a live and sort of try and get my head, I suppose, straight into what happened and how it was, and this is what it was, and, you know, I'm sure the dates were a little wrong here or there, but because I'm crap at dates at the best of time, let alone when there's trauma. The dates were probably, if I said like a few weeks, it could have been like a few days for all I know. Yeah, but I did make it clear about that the dates or times are not necessarily going to be accurate because I'm crap with dates.
Just given a general understanding.
Well, yeah, I was just given a general understanding. I didn't really want to go too much into the reasons of like the backstory too much. I wanted to just try and give the story about, you know, that if anything does happen, you know, God forbid, like that, not necessarily to you, but to a friend or, you know, anybody, the first thing, you know, after obviously the police and all that is definitely get checked out for all things, STDs, eyes infections, that's it.
I don't know what they call them.
It's just, you know, it's super important for, and, you know, for children as well, because things like chlamydia, there is no show. There's no, like, you know, when you get thrush, you can tell you got thrush, you know, it's there in the waiting. But with chlamydia, until it gets to the point of damage, there is no tells. Joe, I meant to ask, I didn't, and don't answer if it's too personal, but did all the IVF treatment cause the stroke? No, I had the IVF after that. The IVF I had in 2014, 15 maybe. I thought about sharing my disability story and maybe and help others. Or Brooke, you know, you are more than welcome if you want to message me and we can go through it, and you're more than welcome to do it on my platform. You know that. If you want to like go through and like say what you want to say and what questions you want me to ask you, and to tell you, or if you just want, you know, to sit there and tell your story, you're more than welcome to do it on my platform. Message me, we can work that out if that's something that you want to do. I think I think I was thinking about this the other day, you know, that I'd love to be able to use this platform for others to get to tell their stories as well, you know. And it doesn't have to be about anything like mine. It can be a story about anything, you know. Your poor body has been through a lot. Yeah. During the IVF, sort of over the 4 years of the IVF surgeries, like in 2 years, I had like 7, 8 surgeries. The IVF was a miscarriage, one of them, 2 fails. Clomid. I had chlamydia as a teen. I found out because I had crabs too. It was awful. I didn't find out until like obviously way late, and by that point it was just it already done the damage, you know. But I suppose at 11 and 12, you wouldn't really. I wouldn't have even known like how to spell it, let alone what the heck it was. I would have just been like, huh? You know, I genuinely wouldn't. I wouldn't have known anything about it. So I'm glad they found out like, before it got to a part though. But if that's something that you want to tell, I'm like 100% open for you to do it. You could do it here. You know, I don't get many views and stuff like that, but I'm more than happy for you to, if you want to share, you can do it here for sure. Yeah. It's the weirdest thing, like, right, the other day, I planned that live, what, 4 days in advance, was it? And then the day before I was about to do it, he'd messaged a family member of mine and asked me to message him. Like, how messed up is that? It's like he could never just like leave it alone. Like he's always, it's like an obsession with him. He like every few years he has to message me or he has to find a way to connect with me so that he can live rent free in my damn mind. Oh, you're welcome, Brooke. Anytime, you know that. Anybody, and that literally goes for anybody watching on the replay. I'm, I would love that to be our channel, that, it can be our channel that we can help others tell their stories, and, whatever it is, it doesn't have to be any particular story, but something that's meaningful to them and has affected them in their lives. I would love that. That would be a really nice thing to go down, It would be good. It would be good if you gave platforms for people to tell their stories. I agree. Like, I just think that would just be so good. And if we could do that, I would love that. I would love my channel to go to that direction. I really would. Because I don't care about monetizing videos. Like, I don't feel like I didn't monetize that one Friday because I didn't want to I didn't want it to monitor my opinions or monitor the words I used. Do you know what I'm saying? I wanted to tell it how it was and use the words that were accurate to it, because I knew that I would confuse myself and then I'd get all confuddled and then I'd stutter. And so I knew I wasn't going to, and I wouldn't monetize anybody else's story either. Yeah, even though you did mistakenly press the button, but you did, you saw it really quick. Yeah, no, but that's okay. You mistakenly saw it. It was fixed in a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes, it was sorted. So it wasn't a huge deal. And I wouldn't monetize anybody else's stories either, because that's not, I don't think things like that are for monetize. Do you know what I mean? They're not for other people's, to make money off other people's stories. I'm not into that. I just think it'd be just not worth it. But it would be good. I agree, Patty. I think it would be really good. And I think because it's such a little channel as well, that it would be, it wouldn't be like people wouldn't be bombarded with lots of questions. They could just like get it off their chest and just speak to friends, because we are friends in here. There is so many there are very few of us in here now. There are so many people living with chronic pain, and I wouldn't have even would ever thought. I agree, Brooke. Like, I agree. 100%. It's like me and yeah. Well, it's like me and Lindsay was talking about when Lindsay was up the other night, and me and Lindsay was talking about pain and stuff like that, because obviously Lindsay's aware that I take quite a few pain relief meds, and we were talking about that. But a lot of people, and people you don't realize, you know, because when, like for me, I sound fine. I sound like I'm okay. I'm talking away. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's story is interesting, 100%. And that's the thing. And I think because it's such a small channel like this, we don't get hundreds in here anymore. You know, since I stopped the whole I hate Katie Joy, we don't. We get very few people in here now. So it would be good just to have that, you know, we're not telling the world kind of thing. We're just sitting there sharing amongst friends. Be awesome. I would definitely love that, to go down that road. Like, your channel is growing slowly, and I'm glad of it because it keeps a safe place. Yeah, I don't want it to be like it used to be. Like, I would never want it to go back to that either. Like, I was watching a crime channel, and she's got like 10,000 subs, and each time in her channel she has like 3,000 people chatting, and I'm like, holy moly, I could never cope. How would you read every person's comment? Like, I couldn't. And I remember, like, when I first started my channel, and I was doing the whole like hate Katie crap, and I would legitimately have like 100, 200, sometimes 300 in my chat at any given time, and I couldn't keep up. I couldn't read all of them. I couldn't read all the comments. And okay, yeah, now it's like gone. It's like I've lost quite a few subs at the last couple of days. I don't know why, and neither do I really care. Like, I know people are going to be like, well, you should care, but I don't. This isn't my job. This isn't, I want to do this for a living and I want to make money from this. It isn't about that. If it was, I wouldn't be doing the next couple of months. Every bit of money that goes through my channel, whether it's a super chat, AdSense, or whatever it was, would be going to my sissy. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be. I don't. I just don't. I don't care about the money. Like, I really don't. Obviously, everyone likes that extra bit of money, and I'm not going to deny it. Like, we all get a couple of extra quid here and there. Of course, I'm not going to be like, oh, dang. I'm going to be like, yay, I made a little bit of money. But it's also not a huge deal. Like, it really isn't. A lot of creators don't even pay attention to the chat. I hate that. Like, that's one of my pet peeves. I don't type or read fast enough for most lives. Me either, Brooke. Or if I do, I end up trying to type so fast that it makes absolutely no sense. And then people are like, huh? Whose channel was it the other day? And there wasn't that many in the live, maybe about 150. So, it was still a decent whack, but not like a huge, massive amount. Like, she barely looked at her chat. And it was only like certain people that she was reading. And I was just like, or super chats. Yeah. And I was like, and I've always said that before, like, I never want to be that kind of channel that only ever reads super chats, because I don't care. I don't care. Like, if I get a super chat, then happy days. If I don't, then happy days. I don't dislike one person more because they send this super chats to like the person more if they send super chats. My mind don't work like that, and it's never worked like that. Brooke, 3 years with Katie has taught me how to read and type faster. Right? I can't. I like the vlog channel, but she stopped, took all the videos down and stuff. I did like that one. I'm not gonna lie, but the Without Crystal Ball channel is not really my cup of tea. I still sub to it and I watch like odd bits and pieces here and there, but like I'm not really into the programs that she covers, so I don't really watch very many, but I will go in and just like the video and just, to support that way, but I generally don't watch them, I'm not gonna lie. I think she just chats. I don't think she's a mod in Katie's from Recollection. But I'm sure she'll answer you. I like our little channel. I had I'm not sure if I told you this recently, but if I have, to stop me. When I was looking to get my vaccine for the COVID vaccine, I was I think I told you guys I was completely 50-50 on whether to get it. I was 1 minute like I was like, yep, I'm getting it. The next minute I wasn't. So I put on Facebook something along the lines of, today's the day I decided to get the vaccine. Skinny come on, one of our oldest friends, and he was like, good for you, Joe, it's good to get your vaccine, kind of thing. And then somebody who I'd met via IVF came on. Now, bearing in mind, she has her child via science, right? So without the science, her child wouldn't be here. And she was like, you should look up on what it does. Oh my God, like the science like behind it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? You have a child because of science. So you want to pick and choose what science you believe in to what science you don't believe in. Like, what? I was so shocked by her like coming at me for science when, dude, you wouldn't even be a child if it wasn't for science, if it wasn't for IVF. And like, let me just give you a little bit of an indication, right? IVF medicine is so severe and so harsh on your body. I think it's something like 78% of IVF babies are born premature, right? And I don't just mean like 1 or 2 weeks, I mean very, very premature, right? IVF babies can also mean that you can hemorrhage, right? You can do this, you can do that, and all the others. And I was just like, oh my God, science is not political. She was on one about the science behind it and all of this. And I'm like, girl, don't pick and choose your science. Like, if you were an anti-vaxxer, I've got no issues with it. Like, it's your kid, you do what you want to do with your child. I have no issues with it. It's not my kid, it's not my choice. But don't criticize science when science is the reason you have a child. Do you know what I'm saying? This pandemic has really shown uneducated in our country is scary, not just in yours, Brooke, everywhere. It was just because you cannot sit there and say about the science of this, the science, oh, well, the science could do this and the science, like this jab, if you look at the science and what's in it, I'm like, girl, we gave ourselves 2 jabs a day for a month. Those jabs can make you have a heart attack, can make you have a blood clot, could make you hemorrhage, could cause miscarriage, stillbirth. And yet you still did it because of what you could possibly have got from the outcome. I was like, oh, good God. I couldn't. Honest to God, I was like, no. I probably wouldn't have argued back if it was just anybody, just because it's your kid, it's your life, it's your business. Like, I don't really give a shit. I am one of those. Like, it's not my kid, it's not my choice, it's not my business. If you want to not vaccinate your kid, that's on you, not on me. But when it was an IVF girl that did it, that pissed me off, because I was like, no, you've literally gone through IVF and trusted that science that could do all these things. If you go up and look at what like the IVF drugs do to you, it's horrific. But you did that, but you like moaning about a vaccine. The only risk is health now. Yeah. And especially as like now is, I don't know about your guys's area and states, but here, because of the summer, we have shot up. Although I will admit, because a lot of people are vaccinated, the death rate is like plummeted. We've got like hardly any deaths, but in comparison to what we did have before the vaccine. But we have our positive COVIDs have rose so high, but thankfully very, very few of them. There's only like a 0.2% have actually had to go into hospital. Which is like craziness. I'm all good if people want to like have certain opinions, that's fine. But when it was an IVF girl, that just pissed me off. I'm not even kidding. I don't worry much about myself. I'm mask and vaccine to protect others. Exactly the same. Exactly the same. We have over 2,000 deaths a day again. Oh my God, that's a lot. Thankfully, our death rate has gone like so low. Yeah, is that in Wales? In the UK. That's not much, is it? And just here, we're up to like 1,000 or 700, I think. And you know how little our area is. We live in a tiny little area. But I'm the same as you, Patty, because a lot of my friends are older than me. So I go to their house, like, you know, and I would, oh my God, I would be heartbroken if I gave them anything. Some hospitals are rationing care. Oh, wow. Do you live in a big state, like a big city state, Brooke? You don't have to tell me where, but is it like a big, like city type? You don't have to say where, obviously, but just like. That's crazy. It really is crazy. 1 in every 500 Americans have died from it. That's insane. Is that all vaccinated as well, Brooke, or not? Or is that just all unvaccinated, or everyone's in one, like, kind of thing? Because that's quite high, really. 1 in every 500. Yeah, big city in Texas. Okay, that makes sense. Because Texas is fucking massive. Like, Wales could probably fit in Texas about 10 times. Huh? It's fucking massive. Wales, though, I said, not UK. The kids I work with are little germ machines. That's the problem with school. Oh, because they don't understand either. Like, do you know what I mean? They're kids. Yeah, that's everyone together. So that's still quite high, really, isn't it? 1 in every 500. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is really when you think about it. When you put it into perspective, it is more than, yeah. Yeah, no, it's true. We're doing quite well on deaths here, 45 in the whole of the UK, so that's not bad. But a huge percentage now are vaccinated. We get tests at home now. You can order them online for free, and I'll show you. I'll put the camera on. I look like crap, by the way, but I'll put the camera on to show you. Let me just put that there. I look like death and I'm in my pajamas. Well, my nightie and my dressing gown, but don't care. I'll show you. So, as you can see, I look like crap. They don't come in these little bags. I put them in these little bags. So it comes in a little bag, so you can put all the extras in. You get a little COVID cassette that tells you whether you've got COVID. And then you get a swab for up your nosy, and then you put that in there, but you have to open it. But I'm not going to do it, obviously, because of I don't want to get germs in it. And it's got some liquid. I'm not sure if you can see that liquid. And then you drip that into like the cassette, and the cassette is it's like a pregnancy test cassette, really. Like, you get 2 lines, it's positive kind of thing. And you can order 7, comes in a pack, and you can order them once a week for free. So I thought that was pretty cool. I was floored. It's a lot. It is a lot. Wow, Brooke, Texas is bad. Yeah, it is bad. But I think because our numbers went down, especially here, obviously I can't speak for anywhere else. They went down, and then summer season started here, and I live in a summer destination that people come on holiday and vacation here. And our numbers rose because people weren't wearing masks. They were just thinking, oh, everything's okay now. Like, everything's fine. It doesn't need to. It's the 5th. It's 1/5%. That's a lot. That's what I mean. It doesn't sound like a lot when you say 1 in 500, but it is actually a lot. My area isn't bad. A lot of more rural cities are bad. Yeah, I think like that's the same here. Like, I think London is bad, but not like here. I have to test daily, only like swabbing my own nose. I've done a few, I'm not gonna lie. If I start feeling a bit like bleh, I end up testing, which is just wrong on so many levels.
Let's keep it that way.
Well, that's what they're trying to avoid. They're trying to avoid people turning up at the test centres. My sister-in-law has to travel once a week because she works in a care home. Yeah, she has to have a proper one every week. But she's been lucky in the care home. You see your hand then. I'll go get my eyebrows done. You can't see him again. I'm sat in my mini bags. Do you see the mini bag? She's got a hood. Mini bag's got a hood. But when one's hair is big and standing up, it doesn't work. He just looks me look like a gnome. Yeah. That's crazy though, that, it's just insane.
Well, apparently the US is the ban on vaccinated people.
Yeah, my nephew was saying no, he wasn't going to have it, and then he changed his mind because he wants to go on holiday. He was like, but I want to go on holiday. Like,
it is kind of making it mandatory by doing it that way.
Yeah.
we all have to stick together.
Well, I just think
our
it just,
society.
yeah. And we can't afford as a nation to shut down again, like, never mind what nation or country you're in. I think you look cute. Thank you. I got all watery eyes and snotties and all groggy. But I'm making a chicken soup tomorrow. The first time I'm going to try and make a chicken soup from scratch. Like 95% of hospitalized are dying, unvaccinated. It's so frustrating. That is frustrating. That is frustrating. I was speaking to somebody earlier. I can't remember. It might be Chopper. And I was saying, like, you know, like some people are saying, like, oh, well, I'd die if I got the flu. Well, no, not necessarily. Like, say somebody like my mum. Like, if my mum had the bad flu, and I don't mean a cold, I mean like a proper flu, she would have died. Like, because she only had one lung to start with, and it would have been too much pressure. But if she was alive still during this COVID, I would be so paranoid that I would be like not letting anyone in my house. Be like, nope, sorry, you're leaving. You're not coming in. I'm glad my husband's an essential worker. My God, it's so scary. I know a lot were not thinking about having it and then changed their minds at the last minute. And I was one of those. I was 50-50 the whole time. But then I was more concerned, not for me, but I was concerned a lot for like our friends who, like my best friend here, her husband had a triple heart bypass a couple of years ago, and just recently he was in hospital for like 6 weeks because he had a infection behind his heart. And I was like, imagine him getting COVID could be life threatening. Do you know what I mean? And that bothered me, and I'd be like, and I could be the one that could be giving it to them. So I would just rather not. But I do test often, like, because I'll go to Jeanette's, or I'll go to our other close friends who live around the corner, you know. I'm getting my 3rd vaccine in November. I'm studying about the adversibility of mixing vaccines. Yeah. If I got it, I would be really bad with my health. That's the problem as well, Brooke. If you've got an underlying issue. Remember back, not the March just gone, the March before. I'm not sure if any of you remember when I was really sick and I burnt my back, remember? Because I kept having the pain in my back. And I thought that was just like a chest infection or a flu or something. But the doctors told me that they've actually put it down as I had COVID when it first, like, a year and a half ago. And I'm still, to this day, I still get pain in my lung area. Not all the time, but like every few weeks I'll get that sharp pain in my lung, and it lasts a couple of days. But my immune system, because of the medicine I'm on, will lower my immune system as well. The different vaccines are supposed to attack different types of fat cells. Oh, I didn't know that. I remember. Yeah, I thought it was just the flu, but they literally put it on my records as COVID. But I wasn't tested because we didn't have the tests up here then. I know you have a booster, don't you, every 6 months after? I think I was be due January, February time, did you say? No, January. January, February. But the first jab, I was super tired. We literally slept about 20 hours the day after, didn't we? We literally couldn't. We were so tired. But the second one, we were fine. We went shopping and we were, yeah, we were fine. There was, sorry, I dashed you there then. We were so fine. There was no issues at all. I thought my ashtray was there. Oh God, Joe, that one was so bad.
It
Yeah.
was, still not good.
I still got the scars.
Well, some of them not bad they were.
Yeah.
Some problems, but still.
I heard you can mix
Yes,
Pfizer and Moderna. Am I saying that right? Which one did we have?
We had the AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca.
UK and Switzerland one, which have now, AstraZeneca, talking about that, have just come out with a drug that's been approved by the UK, which apparently fights breast cancer very, very well.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, we had the AstraZeneca, which is basically, I think everyone in the UK pretty much had that one. I don't know anybody that was different.
At first, it was slightly different, but later on, there was.
Same. I was tired of migraine for like 2 days. Yeah, that's exactly what we had. And my arm was obviously sore for a couple of days, but nothing like terrible. But the second day, like we had it quite late in the afternoon, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were fine that day or that night. And then the next day, we could not keep our eyes open. We slept we literally woke up we had managed to have a little bit to eat, but I think we had like crumpets and cheese, and that was like it.
Yeah.
And a cup of coffee, and then went back to sleep. I think we slept pretty much like 20 hours out of the 24. But the second jab, we felt absolutely fine on. Sore arm, but nothing bad. Pfizer and Mazda are chemically the same. They suggest mixing the AstraZeneca, which is the same sort of principle as ours, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. That is the thing.
Yeah.
That's what ours is.
Yeah, that's what we had, was the Astra one.
They're also talking about.
I don't know what booster one we're going to get, though.
Again, no, it's they're doing different.
It depends on what's in our area, I suppose.
It depends on what the UK government
says, yeah. But we'll do it anyway. We will.
Well, we've already got the main.
We've had our main ones, so it'd just be like that booster one, which we'll get whatever they tell us, or when they tell us to go and get it, we'll go and get it. Like, it's not a huge deal. Just a sore arm again. But I had it, they were trying to do it in my right arm, and I was like, can you actually do, I know they wanted to do my left arm, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was like, can you do it in my right arm? Because I sleep on my left side, and I need my sleep. Because I know with my underlying health issues, if I don't sleep, it emphasizes everything. So it emphasizes the pain that I'm in, it emphasizes my walking. And so I was like, yeah, can you please do it in the opposite arm, because I sleep on my left side. That's what I don't know what suggested. I trust him. Yeah, I don't know what boosters we'll have here. We'll find out when we go, probably. They probably won't even tell us until we go. It'll be one of those. Although we knew that we were getting the Astra before we went, but you could tell that more people were getting the Astra than the others, because like in the areas, it was obviously separated, and the other jabs, there was only like 3 stations, and the Astra stations, there was like 20. But I'm definitely glad that I got my jab. It just makes me feel better. It makes me feel safe, especially like I worry that if I give it to somebody. Off topic, did someone really call cops saying Gabby Peters' boyfriend was hiding in Katie's house? I don't know. I've heard that. I heard that what was said. I don't know, girl. I can't imagine, but then these KJ haters, I don't know, man. They freaking some of them are nuts. Not all of them, obviously. I don't mean like the people who just like dislike her, but some of these people are freaking crazy enough. But I don't know. I just seems like that just seems like so bizarre. Um, Such a bizarre thing to do. Do you know what I mean? I hate to have to do this, but I have to run. Bye, my Joe. Bye, Brooke. Bye, Patty. I'm coming up to an hour. I'm going to be getting off soon as well. I just saw her tweet about it. I saw her tweet about it as well, Brooke. I don't know. It just seems like that's such a bizarre thing for somebody to do. But I genuinely wouldn't trust or wouldn't put it past anybody in that anti-KJ community to do something like that. So, but I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not true, to be honest. I would hope that they wouldn't do something like that just because, like, this isn't a fucking joke. Do you know what I mean? Somebody's like lost their life. A young girl have lost their life. This isn't something to be joked about or just to try and piss Katie off. This is a serious topic, and that would annoy me if they did do that. Just because, like, you really think the coppers got time to like go and piss around over a YouTube spat? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hope it's not true. And I hope that like just Katie's just like being Katie. But I also wouldn't put it past some of these people either. And if they did, they should be utterly ashamed of themselves. Like they really should. They should be so ashamed of themselves just because like the police got better things to do than keep running back and forth freaking Katie Joy's house because of these dumbass calls. And that would piss me off. Like this is a serious, serious freaking topic. Some poor girl has lost her damn life and you wanna play silly fuckers. Like, no, no. It's just sad. And if somebody did do that, I hope now, like after, because obviously we didn't know that she was deceased at that point, but I hope now that they know, and if it is the truth, and now that they know that she's deceased, I hope they feel really, really, really shitty about themselves because they should, if it's true. Because that's pretty friggin' sucky thing to do. And just this whole wasting police time pisses me off as well.
Yeah. They call emergency services for a reason.
Yeah. Like, stop. Stop calling CPS. Stop calling the freaking police. Like, I'm sure the cops are sick of Katie Joy. Right. I'm sure they are too. They must think like, what the heck? Like
Who
every
the hell
time.
is this, or what the hell
Yeah.
what am I
Every
missing?
time they literally get a fucking phone call on her or a freaking check on her, or they must think like, what is this bird saying online to make these people like want to do this? And like, okay, you hate Katie Joy. I get it. Like she's not everyone's freaking cup of tea. 100%, I get it. Saying that though, go in real life and wasting police time. At some point, I hope the police have enough and actually find out who keeps ringing them and prosecutes them. Because you are wasting valuable time, you know, and they were doing it during the Black Lives Matter movement as well. And where she was, there was huge, huge riots. That police could have been dealing with something else. Somebody could have got injured because they were being idiots and like wanting to piss Katie off. I don't know. There's other things you can do to piss her off than
Oh, I'm sure there's many rather than
you.
wasting
Yeah,
valuable resources.
exactly. It just irritates me. I'm not one for like these. What's the end game? What do they want? The poor kid taken away. That's exactly what they want. They have no, like, they don't understand that the little one is poorly. So where a normal child will have a terrible tantrum, and let's be fair, all kids have tantrums, whether they have, autism or ADHD, or whether they have nothing at all. All kids have tantrums at any age. My 13-year-old niece still sometimes has a freaking tantrum. She'll throw herself on a bed and like it'd be the end of the world. And all kids have tantrums, and kids say stuff that doesn't mean anything, but they try and like work out what he's saying, and oh, he said this, he said that. Like, you can make something sound like you want it to sound, and I think it's disgusting that they're trying to utilize a little sick boy to hurt the mother. I don't like that. And like you said, what's their end game? I don't know. I've told my kids about all the crazy, and they're like, yeah, that's the internet, right?
That's how the mentality is now.
It's crazy. I think it's got worse during the pandemic, though. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely think it's got worse during the pandemic. I think there's been a lot more bored ass people instead of like just watching someone else. Katie, in reality, right? Yes, Katie got over 100,000 subs, but in reality, she's just a fucking tadpole in this huge world of YouTube. If you don't like her, don't fucking watch her. It is that damn simple. You don't like her, don't watch her. There we go. Job's a good one. Solved. You don't have to sit and watch her every damn freaking move to see what she says, or what lies she says, or what truth she says, or oh, well, she didn't say that last week. She said this, and like, you got way too much time on your hands if you like can watch every single thing that Katie Joyce says or does. Like, way too much time on your damn hands. I told my daughter not even a little bit, like it was literally like a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And my daughter was like, what? I was like, yeah. And she was like, and why are you still even on the internet then? I'm like, I don't know. Yep, an angry, depression, anxiety, anxious. Yep, it is. And they got nothing better. Like some people, like Steve McRae, like his life is online. He said something the other day. I might put it on my community tab. He said something the other day on a live, and somebody sent me a clip of it, and he said, "I've never said that Katie Joy has Munchausen's by proxy," and I'm like, "You are barefaced lying. I have the proof. You said it," and I'm like, "Why lie? Why lie? There's just no need to lie." And like, it wasn't even 2 days after the whatever order he had to stop talking about her, he was going on every channel he could, in every comments he could, trying to ripen up, get everyone. My God, it's embarrassing as people of our age. I don't get it, Brooke. I don't. It makes me annoyed. It makes me angry. And actually, I just like look at these people and going, people are fucking dying in real life. Like, my brother-in-law just passed away recently. He wasn't even fucking 60. Like, and he passed away. Like, it's embarrassing. It's you've got nothing better in your life than this bollocks. Like, and it's bollocks. This whole YouTube spat with each other, like, is bollocks. Lying for the lawsuit 2.0, right? But he's said so much gross things. Once you finish that, we go and do the chicken. I do the stuffing. I'm gonna get off in a minute anyway. I just want to just finish this. I don't understand how he or any one of those like can just like how they justify, I suppose, in their mind. What do they do to justify the fact that they spend like every waking minute trying to find something that Katie Joy has lied about, or what, waiting for her to misspeak on something? You watch anyone like that, or you like talk to anybody and watch them 24/7, you're gonna find something about them. But how sad a life is that? Like, no, been there, done that. That's pretty sad. And for people like to still have issues 2 years later and still be saying the same shit, they're not even, sorry, they're not even bringing up new stuff. They're legitimately bringing up old stuff. Like, what? Huh? Excuse me? Like, why? It's craziness. But I'm gonna get off because I gotta go and sort some food out. It's 6:45. I've been on over an hour. I appreciate you coming to join. I shall definitely be back soon. I'm gonna do an upload at some point, but I just need to figure out when. And why Todd gives a shit about her, I don't know. Right. My God. That's just insane. That like, you're crazy. These people got fucking serious mental health issues. I'm telling you now, like serious mental health issues. Like Todd Christie, all you're doing, Todd, is giving her freaking views because since you're talking about her, everyone else is going to check her out. Like, my God. You too, Brooke, and I shall speak to you all soon. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, guys.